everyone and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video I have the biggest Shein haul I've ever done in my whole entire life. Like, look, the clothes are busting out of this box. I cannot believe it. I've actually got some really amazing pieces, some pieces that I've already actually worn because I could not wait to film this video. And yeah, I've just got the most beautiful pieces that are perfect for autumn and winter. I do have a discount code, so I'm going to leave that on the screen. I also do want to say just before I get into this video that I'm really sorry about the lighting. It is pitch black outside. I had to film this before work because basically I need to get this video out before I go away. I'm going to Rome in a few days and this is literally the only time that I've got to film this video if I want to get it up on time. So I'm sorry that it's really dark. It is like 8 o'clock, which is usually a bit brighter, but it's chucking it down with rain. The weather's just horrible, so I've had to get the box light out and I'm just having to, you know, deal with the lighting as it is. But obviously you'll still be able to see what's going on, what the vibes is, and obviously the clothes you're gonna be able to see, but it's not my usual lighting, so please forgive me for that. But I'm not gonna waste any more time. I'm gonna get straight into this video and I really do hope that you do enjoy. So I'm gonna start off with the biggest thing, and this is the thing that I've definitely worn the most of. I am obsessed with this aviator style jacket. I've worn it maybe every single day since this parcel came. It is the best. I'm not gonna lie, for Shein this was more on the expensive side. This was like, I want to say like £45. Obviously if you use my discount code, I'm pretty sure you save 15%, so if you save 15% it actually works out quite a lot when you're purchasing something of this price. But for Shein this is really expensive, but I must say that the quality really does reflect the price. So this is the jacket. It is fur leather, obviously, in this really nice like deep brown shade. It's a really beautiful like classic aviator colour, and then it has the like, it's fair but it's almost like on the verge of being like a borgy style. Like, that's sort of the material that it feels like. It's quite thick for fair, so it has that on the cuffs of the sleeves, and then again on the collar right round. It's really nice and chunky, which is really nice and cozy. It keeps you so warm, and then the whole entire inside is fair. Like, oh, when I tell you this will keep you so warm. I've never been so cozy in a jacket in my whole entire life. It is on the cropped side. It's not like totally cropped. I'd say it just sits like on my waistline, which for me, the majority of my clothes sit around that area anyway, so it sits really nicely with the rest of my clothes in my wardrobe, and it sort of sits like on the line of my jeans, which if I have a jacket that's like an awkward length, because I am really small, it makes me look smaller because obviously you can't see the jeans like where they start, whereas a jacket of this length, it makes my legs look a little bit longer. So if you are a smaller girl, it's great for that as well. And it does have little belt loops across the back, just on both sides, which I think is really nice because I like them when they come down a little bit and like dangle off your jacket, but sometimes they're like really annoying and they just like are just there all the time, moving about, and you can hear them all the time. Whereas this still has that nice little detail without being like too much, and it's not going to be annoying. It doesn't make loads of noise, so I really like them. And if you want to have them dangly, you can just undo them and let them dangle. Has pockets on the side which are really nice and deep. Really deep pockets, which is great. I put like my phone in there, my lipsticks in there, my keys in there if I'm just going out the house. I actually wore this yesterday and I forgot I had my keys in them and like hung them up, and I was like throwing my jacket about here, there and everywhere. And when I got home I was like, oh my god, my keys, they're in my jacket pocket, they're still going to be in there, and they both, so everything is nice and secure. So yeah, very happy with this. I love it, but it is more on the expensive side. Next up I have a little cord. Now I feel like I've been seeing these cords all over TikTok. Like, this set in particular is all over TikTok shop, honestly. But I thought I'm gonna get it off Shein because I actually got this kind of gifted. So I was like, let me see if the Shein one compares to the one that I've been seeing on TikTok shop, because I loved them and I thought they were so cute, and I'm so impressed by these. So these are just your classic knitted wide leg pants, nice elasticated waist, comes down really nice and wide legged. The only thing I will say is the knit is like kind of open holes. Can you see that? Like, it's sort of, it lets a bit of air in, which is fine, but I mean when it starts getting freezing cold, I might have to wear a pair of leggings underneath this. But to be honest, layering is perfect for the winter, so I'm not really too fussed about that. And then it comes with like just a nice little tiny bit of white lining at the bottom, which I just think makes it a little bit different. It's still plain, it's still simple, it's still going to go with any outfit, but it just adds something that makes it a little bit more special. Like, I feel like I reach for this more of like a fancy event, just because it's got like those tiny little details which makes it a little bit more elevated. So these are the bottoms, and I'm going to wear these all the time. Like, you don't have to wear this as a set. I'm just going to chuck these on in the house with like just a plain little black t-shirt and a jacket, and you're good to go. And they sit like a really nice length on me. They're not trailing the floor, but they're not like too short either. They're not just hitting my ankle. For like a 5'2" 5'2", 5'3" girl, I think that these are the perfect length. I mean, I think if you're taller, you could definitely still get away with them because without shoes on, they are like hitting the floor. But in general, I'm obsessed with these and they're a great length for smaller girls. And then this does come in a 2-piece set, so I also got the top to match. So this is the top. When I first opened this, I thought that it was going to be like way too wide on the neckline, but when it's on, it actually sits really, really nicely. Like, it's on the wider side, but it still sits high up. It's just like slightly more like this kind of shape rather than high up like this one is. It's more just a little bit further out, which I think again is like a really nice, classy, elegant style. White at the top, and then it has the white on the sleeves, and then at the bottom of the top as well, which is really, really nice because obviously the top of the trousers are all black, so when it sits, it sort of adds that nice contrast between the top and the bottoms with the white at the bottom. Love this. Love the sleeves. They're really nice and wide. They're not too wide. They're not like bat sleeve style. They're just really nice, not too tight, not too cuffed in, really, really comfortable. I really, really like this. It's so cute. Again, I can wear this on its own with a pair of jeans, leggings, cozy, or wear it as a matching set. I got this in my true to size, which is a size small, and it fits me exactly how I want it to. Little bit oversized without being too much. And yeah, it's like the perfect oversized fit on me. Next up, changing it up a little bit, I got a pair of slippers. This time of year, you just need cozy clothing. Like, I just want to be nice, warm, cozy all the time when I'm in the house. So I thought I'd pick up a new pair of slippers. These are giving like UGG vibes with the fronts, and then they just have really nice soft fur. Like, I've actually never felt something so soft in my life, and this is all over the inside as well. Oh, I've never put on a pair of shoes that are so soft in my life and so cozy. Like, my feet are so warm, and I always find like if my feet are warm, the rest of my body is going to be warmer. If my feet are cold, oh, I'm freezing. I actually hate it. So I just needed a new pair of slippers. I have one that I'm wearing religiously at the minute, but the ones where it's got like fur going over it, but then the rest of it is open, so you think you can still get a little bit chilly. So if it's really, really cold, I'm going to be reaching for these all the time. I decided to get this colour because I just thought it's basic, it's simple, it's going to go with everything, and it's just classic. I'm not going to go off them, but they did have loads of different colours, so if this isn't the colour for you, you want something more colourful, more out there, they had them as well. These were like £6, and I can't believe for the price how good the quality is on these. Like, this bit is nice and structured, obviously not too structured because you still want them to be comfy. They do it for like a cheap material. The quality feels really, really good, and then they've got like a nice little tiny little platform on the bottom. I'm very, very impressed with them. Sticking on the theme of like cozy little bit, I got a pyjama set, and oh my god, I didn't realise that this was going to come and be like fully very soft material. Again, it's the fur kind of style, and I love me a cherry piece. Like, oh, I just love anything with cherries on. I think it's so cute. So this again came in a 2-piece set. I got it in my true to size, and it's going to fit me unreal. I ain't tried these on yet, but I just know. I already know that it's going to fit me really, really well. So obviously it's got cherries all around it. It's got a really nice elasticated waist. It's going to keep me so warm. The inside and the outside is fur lined, so it's going to keep you so warm. At the minute, I've been wearing my dressing gown every single time I enter the house. I think maybe this is going to take over from that because it's just going to keep me so cozy. And then they come down. Look, they're not too long. For me, as like a smaller girl, I think these are going to just like hit the floor, which is going to be perfect. Or maybe like a tiny little bit higher, which is again brilliant for me. Just wide legs, really nice, airy, but really comfy and cozy. So I got that, and oh, I just want to cuddle up in them. I have to go straight to work from here, and I just wish I could get these on and go back to bed because the weather's just rubbish, and it's cold, and it's dark, and it's rubbish, and I just want to put this on. And then it came with the matching top. How cute. Well, it's like, it's not even a top, it's a jumper. It's like a little sweatshirt. So it's got the nice collar, not too wide again, sort of similar to the last jumper that I showed you. Little bit wider than your high necks, but for like pajamas and stuff, I'm not really too fussy. I kind of like it to be a little bit baggy just because it's so much comfier. Has really nice quite wide sleeves, but then it cuffs in again at the bottom at the end of the sleeves, which I think is really, really nice because again, it's not too tight. It's still got stretch to it, but it just going to bring everything in together and sort of just add a little bit of structure and shape because the rest of it is so slouchy. The back is the exact same with the cherries on it, and it is like fur lines all the way through. And then at the bottom, it's just like kind of square shaped. So it's gonna be, again, super cozy, not too tight for me. I am obsessed. I wish I could put these on right now, but they're just gonna be so warm. And these were like £10 I think for the full set, so really really good price as well. I thought these were going to come and feel really really thin, really like not great material for the price, but these are actually really thick and really really cozy. So on to more of the clothing bits. I decided to get myself some nice little jumpers. I love me a jumper. I am such a knitwear girl this time of year. They're cozy, they're easy, you just chuck them on, but then they're also quite like dressy. You can definitely dress them up or down, so I thought I'd stock up on some more. This is probably more on the dressier side. It's just like an off the shoulder style. You're obviously going to see everything on the triangle clips anyway, so you'll be able to get a better view of what it looks like then, because I feel like off the shoulder is just kind of hard to show. So yeah, it's off the shoulder, and it is one of those ones where it looks like it's been folded down. I mean, it kind of has been folded down actually, but obviously you're not going to wear it up like that. So it's like a folded over style, and then it does have long sleeves which are nice and wide, which really what sold it for me, because I've been seeing these everywhere at the minute and I've been loving them, but a lot of them have really tight arms, which I don't mind a tight arm every now and then, but for day to day, if I want to be comfy, this is what I'm gonna go for. I'm definitely gonna reach for something with like a slouchier arm more, so I'm really glad that it has that. So both arms are obviously nice, wide, slouchy, and then it just comes down to a really nice length. I think again, it's going to just sit maybe just below my waistline. It's going to be a little bit oversized without being too oversized. It's got really nice stretch to it, especially at the top, so it's going to sit really really nice without being too tight and too uncomfortable. Just have like some elastication on the top. And I did get this in my true to size, which I thought would maybe be a little bit too small and structured. I didn't know if it'd be oversized enough, because on the model, I don't know, it looks like a little bit oversized but not really oversized, and then I was like, I don't know which size to go for. But I'm really really glad that I did stick true to size. I think it's going to be the perfect fit. It's not too big to the point where I can't put anything over the top of this. I can still put jackets and stuff over the top, so that's exactly what I wanted. And I do feel like with jewellery on, accessorising, this is going to be a really really dressy piece, so I cannot wait to wear it. I just think it's so classy. This is definitely a classy piece, very elegant. But you can also dress it down, just put a pair of jeans on and chill vibes really, or you can put like a nice little mini skirt on, some knee-high boots, and really really dress this up. So I feel like I'm going to wear this all the time. And I just went for black. It did have other colours, but I went for black because I just know it's going to go with everything. Most of the other pieces in this video are now like knitwear pieces. Like I said, this is just what I go for all the time. I wanted to get another little cardigan. I got one from Pull & Bear. I think it's the last Pull & Bear haul that I did. Yeah, it was. I got like a nice zip up, but it's cropped and like a khaki colour and knitted jumper, and I love it, but because it's cropped I don't reach for it all the time. So I thought I would look for one that was longer, baggier, and that I can wear open, because I don't really know if I'd wear the cropped one open really. I'd probably zip it up. So I decided to go for this one, and I am in love with it again. I really think that this is going to be the perfect piece. Also the perfect layering piece. I can put this on, like put a nice blazer over the top of it and a little top underneath, and it's going to keep me really warm. It's a nice extra layer. It also looks super cute as well. So this has a zip going down it, a nice little silver zip. Just zips down. It is quite long. Like I think it's going to be longer than like the jacket that I showed you first. I'm going to have to wear like a longer coat over the top of this, but again, that's absolutely fine. I don't mind that at all. But I don't think I'd wear this with the aviator that I showed you, because I don't like it when tops go lower than my jacket, if that makes sense. But yeah, it's just got a really nice hood. Pretty big, like pretty wide hood. But I thought that I bought the Pull & Bear one, and then when I put it on, actually worked really nicely together. It was nice and baggy, but didn't look too gapey. So I think this one's going to be the same. Really nice stretch to it again. It's obviously just knitted all the way through it. The arms are slightly baggy and then they come in towards the end, but again, really nice and stretchy. You know, sometimes when they've got no stretch and they just like sit really tight on your arm, I don't think this is going to do that, because it does have a nice bit of stretch to it. And then the back is just plain, you know, just your classic knit really. Like the thickness I'd say is classic as well, like just your staple knit type. It zips up, you can do it up if you want to. I think as well I'd like maybe zip it up sometimes. I like to cut under so it's a little bit more cropped. It feels really soft. It doesn't feel like that material that's gonna itch your skin at all, because sometimes woolen or knitwear can just be very very itchy. This doesn't feel like it's going to be like that at all. It's a very soft knit, which is great. I got this in my true to size, I think. Actually, did I? Maybe I didn't. Let me try and find it. I didn't. I got it in a size up. I got it in a size medium, and I'm really really glad that I did, because it's going to be oversized without being too much. I don't know if maybe the size below would have been a bit too tight on my arms, but again, it's got so much stretch in it. I think I might be alright, but I just wanted it a little bit oversized, and it didn't say anything about being oversized, so I was like, you know what, I'm just going to size up a little bit more. I'm really glad that I did. I'm glad I didn't size up any more than this, because it definitely didn't need it. This is the perfect oversized fit for me, and I got it in this colour because it's just classic again. It's going to go with everything. It's a bit lighter than some of the other knitwear pieces that I have, but I have a lot of creams in terms of knitwears and jumpers. This is more on the beigey, darker, almost grey side, so it's going to fit in with the vibes, because obviously I'm getting loads of creams because I wear them all the time. They are the ones that I reach for all the time, whereas I think this one is still going to be a colour that I reach for all the time. That's going to go with everything, but it's a little bit different to the 85 cream ones that I have in my wardrobe. Like I said, I have so many cream jumpers in my wardrobe, so I really wanted to change it up and start getting a little bit of colour. So I got myself the cutest baby pink jumper. This is the perfect pink colour. Is it even showing up on camera? Hopefully it is. I feel like it looks a bit white, but maybe that's just in the viewfinder. So it's a really nice pastel-y pink. This isn't the thickest, I won't lie to you. It isn't really thick. Again, it's sort of the similar material to the black knitwear set that I showed you. It does have like almost little holes going through it, so I feel like it's a good piece to layer. I've definitely put like a long sleeve top underneath this just to keep myself more insulated and warm, and then put a jacket over the top of it, and then I think I'll be absolutely fine. It's that sort of thickness where it's a great layering piece because it's not gonna bunch up, it's not gonna be too much, it's not gonna be too heavy with the jacket over the top, but I don't think I'll really necessarily wear this on its own too much. If I'm out and about, obviously. But it's beautiful, it's really nice and high necked, which is my fave because I'm not really a massive fan of roller necks all the time. So for me, like a nice high neck that's still going to keep me nice and warm, especially on my neck, is great. But it's not too high as well, to the point where you can't see any of my neck at all. It's just going to sit a little bit higher than my usual neckline of jumpers, which is great. It has nice, quite slouchy arms, comes in a little bit and cuffs in a little bit, but again, very nice and elasticated, not too tight at all. And then the bottom is the same, it just comes in slightly and it's got a tiny little bit of elastication. This came in so many colours. Honestly, there was about a million different colours to choose from, but I just went for the baby pink because it's something a little bit different, but also very much in my comfort zone. It's definitely something that I would reach for all the time. I love baby pink. I think there's nothing better. I love a pink. I'm a pink girl. This is the exact same shade as what it looked like online, so it's perfect. I got this in a size medium. I'm really glad that I did, because I think if I got a small, I'd maybe be like, oh, is that going to be a little bit too tight? This looks oversized without being way too oversized. I think because it is a thinner material, you can definitely get away with sizing up. So yeah, super cute. I'm really happy with that. Kind of on the same vibes, but slightly different. I got myself a knitted cardigan. I have been seeing people styling cardigans all the time, and they look so good with outfits, with so many outfits. They're just easy to chuck on. If you want to keep it plain and simple, you can, or if you want to like add a pop of colour, you can, and then put this over the top. This can look really classy, or it can just look super chill. So I decided to get myself one. Again, I wanted plain colour that's going to go with everything, but I didn't want to get another cream, so I got it in this really beautiful grey colour. This knit is a little bit thicker, as you can see. You see that? It's a little bit thicker, and in general, like, I think this is going to keep you warmer than the last jumper that I showed you, for example. So this is kind of like a balloon sleeve arm. Really nice and baggy, and then it does come in a little bit more towards the end than the other ones that I showed you. But again, it's got stretch to it, it's got elastication. I don't think it's going to be too tight, but it does come in a little bit more than the other ones that I've shown you. And then obviously it's open because it is a nice cardigan, and then the other side's the exact same, and the back is just nice and plain. I really like the style of this. It seems really nice and slouchy, really just comfortable, which is my favourite style of clothing, favourite style of anything. Like, I just want to be comfortable all the time. If I'm getting shoes and they're not comfy, I don't want them. If I've got jewellery and it's digging in, I don't want it. Or if I've got like hoops in and they're drooping down and really hurt my ears, I don't want that. I don't want to be uncomfortable. This, again, is going to be perfect for that. It's really nice and cozy, really nice and comfy, and I know I'm going to wear it all the time. The only thing that I will say about it is that it doesn't have buttons. A lot of the other cardigans that I've got do have buttons, so I can have it open or shut, whereas this one doesn't. Not too fussy personally. I've got other ones, like I said, that do up, so I'm not too bothered. But if you are looking for something that you can wear both ways, this one doesn't have that. I love this one, and it wasn't a bad price at all. Considering the thickness of the knit, the quality of this one is definitely one of the better ones that I've showed you. Like, it is really nice and thick. Then the last piece that I've got to show you is a pair of jeans. Now, I am hit or miss with Shein jeans because I like to get them because I'm very small, and Shein jeans are really good for like smaller girls. But these are the thickest quality. Sometimes they're really, really good, sometimes they're not. They're wide-legged, so I can wear leggings underneath when it gets colder, and they're just good to chuck on. I wanted to get a pair of jeans that was a little bit more exciting, so I went for these like pinstriped ones. Can you see that? Yeah, a little bit more now. So yeah, they're just like your staple light denim colour with little white pinstripes going all the way down it. They've got pockets, but can you see these pockets could curve around, which I thought was so cool. I was like, that is so different, but so like minimally different. That doesn't make sense in my head, but you know what I mean. It's like a slight adjustment, but it makes a lot of difference. So that's so cool. They've got a lot of room, so I don't think anything's gonna pop out of the pockets, so that's great. It does zip up, it buttons up, it has belt loops if you do want to add a belt to it, and then the back there's just 2 pockets, which both work, because sometimes you can get pockets and they're actual fake pockets, they're not real pockets, whereas these ones are actual pockets, which is great. Wide legs, which is just my go-to, but these are the widest leg jeans that I've got. Not that I'm complaining, I do want to have kind of different styles in my wardrobe, so these are like just slightly wider than your straight leg, I'd say. They look like they're going to be a nice length, they're maybe slightly longer than some of the other ones that I've got, but I still think that they're going to be fine lengthwise. But again, I think jeans are deceiving. I think you have to try them on to know if they're going to be a good length on you. Obviously, you'll see on the try and clip. Like I said already in this video, I'm 5'3" for reference, so how they felt on the try and clip will give you a better indication of how they're going to fit you. The waist looks like it's going to be really nice, not too baggy, but also not way too tight. And I did get these in my true to size. These are from the Daisy collection, which is usually where I get like my jeans from. Well, to be honest, it's just where I get like most of my Shein bits from, because the Daisy collection is definitely my favourite. So if you're having a look on the website and you're not really too sure what to get, what to go for, where to start, I would look at all the Daisy stuff. If you like my kind of vibe of clothing that I go for, that's usually where I start to look for pieces. I am going to link everything that I've shown you in this video down below anyway, so if you do want to go and shop anything, you can. If you want to have a look for other bits as well, I'd say start there. And then again, if you like buy things or like things, add things to your favourites, it pops up with other things that I think you might like, which is another way that I find things on Shein, because I used to just be searching on there for hours and hours and hours, whereas I feel like now I know what I'm going to go for, I know what I want, and I know where to find it. But that is absolutely everything that I got from Shein. I really do hope that you did enjoy this video. If you did, please make sure to leave a like and do subscribe down below so you don't miss any other videos, and make sure to use my discount code if you do decide to go and have a shop on there, because it does save you, it's at least 15%, but it might be more. Thank you so much for watching this one, and I will see you very soon. Bye!